Good morning, guys. We have live feed from the courtroom, and I am honestly behind. I let it go for a little while, and then I came live. Here is the case in Waterbury, Connecticut, with Kimberly Sullivan.
Any objection to the media?
No, Your Honor.
Not from the state. Madam Kimberly Sullivan, 2 on the Part A regular docket.
Good morning, Your Honor. Ioannis Kalois on behalf of Ms. Sullivan. She is present and approaching.
The state's filed a motion to modify the defendant's conditions of release. We are in receipt of the motions from the defendant in response. I would like to point out for the record that Connecticut Practice Book Section 3813, 3814, and Connecticut General Statutes 5469 and 5469B, and the relevant case law from those statutes, gives this court the authority to modify conditions of release at any time. I disagree with the defense. There has to be a change in circumstances, and the court always has authority. The state is renewing its request for EMS monitoring house arrest and in the alternate GPS monitoring. The state's also requesting that the defendant, if she has a passport, it be surrendered. The state still submits to the court this defendant is a substantial risk of flight. She faces the rest of her life or a significant period of the rest of her life incarcerated if she's convicted of these charges. That makes it a significant incentive to flee this jurisdiction and to not appear in court. If it's come to court, face the charges, and if she's convicted, face the rest of your life in jail or flee, I think it's a pretty simple alternative. An equation would permit her to flee. This is a strong case for the state. The court has read the arrest warrant. But in addition to that strength, since the media coverage of this case, several additional witnesses have come forward. For example, a friend of the defendant's of 21 years has come forward and provided a written statement to the state, to the police, that in the 21 years she's known this defendant, she's never spoken of a stepson. She was shocked to learn she had a stepson, and that friend was never allowed in this house. Additionally, I'd like to point out to the court, it's a domestic violence case. With a domestic violence victim, GPS monitoring or EMS house arrest is often imposed for far less serious crimes in domestic violence matters and other matters. Since the arraignment, the state has had an opportunity to meet with this victim.
Thank you,
This victim is afraid. This victim lives in fear.
I didn't even say
I introduced myself to the victim, explained who I was. His first question in this fear is, why is she out walking around when I was locked up in a room for 20 years? He is following this on TV and social media, so he is aware of what's happening, and I say that because it would lead to his fear. Based on all that, the state is asking for those conditions.
Your Honor, I respectfully and vigorously object to the state's motion. I believe it is improper, and I believe if it was to be granted, it would be unjust and a violation of my client's state and federal constitutional rights. This is the third time we are back addressing the same issues. Bond has been set. Conditions of release have been addressed by the court. The state made essentially the same arguments on prior occasions, which were considered by the court and rejected by the court. We are back now, 2 weeks later, giving the state another bite at the apple. And the court was clear on March 13th when the court rejected the conditions that are being sought. The judge at the time made clear she was rejecting those conditions and made clear that we would keep this on a short leash, basically, come back in 2 weeks or whatever, and if there were any violations, she would reconsider. A defendant must be able to rely on the representations and the orders of the court. And when a defendant is told, you will be released under these conditions, and if you abide by these conditions, you'll be fine. The only thing that has changed is now we have a 2-week track record of compliance. That is the only change that I have seen. That is the only documentation that has been provided to me, or that I've been able to see so far, is a report from bail indicating a track record of compliance. So the only thing that has changed in the eyes of the defense with respect to the case is that my client has been complying with the conditions and has done what has been asked of her. Despite the fact that she's complied with the conditions, we're now back seeking to add additional conditions. And I understand that the whole world wants to convict Ms. Sullivan, and the whole world already has. But this is the only place, the only room in this country where we have an opportunity to protect her rights. And as unpopular as that may seem, that's what's at issue here. Her rights. No one else's. When we talk about...
Okay, I'm so sorry. Protect her rights after what she did to that young man? Her friend of 21 years didn't even know she had a stepson. She wasn't even allowed in the house. Protect her rights. I keep saying criminals have more, oh God, more rights than anybody else.
Constitutional rights and criminal law, they're to protect the accused, regardless of how unpopular it may be. So, Your Honor, I think it would be, respectfully, Your Honor, I think it would be a mistake to add conditions at this time. And I filed the...
I'm early because I had footage, and they're live right now, but I'm behind them, so...
Supplemental memorandum. And although it's my supplemental memorandum, I think to some extent it is the strongest argument and one the court should be the most concerned about.
Thank you so
and
much.
And that is protecting my client's right to a fair trial.
To say thank you.
She is presumed innocent. Maybe not to the rest of the world, but this is the one place where that presumption should remain. And by adding conditions, the court is sending a message that she has done something wrong, or the court feels that she has done something wrong, or the court feels that something has changed to increase the conditions of release, increase her monitoring, when none of that has occurred. So by granting the state's motion, a message is sent to the world that the presumption of innocence means nothing. And that cannot happen.
Okay, we're not going to presume her innocence. Hi, Claudia. We already know what she's done. She's not innocent, and I'm sure he didn't lock himself in that room from the outside.
Your Honor, and the presumption of innocence is tied to bail. I cited the Troconis case, which cites a U.S. Supreme Court case, which talks about the importance and how the presumption of innocence ties into bail. The whole world is watching, and if we add additional conditions now, we are sending a message that she has done something wrong, or that the court believes she has done something wrong. I, as her attorney, stand by her. She is presumed innocent, as unpopular as that may be. Now, getting back to my original arguments in this, Your Honor, the court on Wednesday referenced the Ayala case, and I looked at the Ayala case, and this is distinguishable. Yes, the court has the inherent authority to set conditions and modify conditions.
Hi, my man.
Just because the court has the authority doesn't mean that it should exercise that authority. And I'd ask the court not to exercise that authority. In Ayala and in all the other cases where there's been a review of a court adding conditions or revoking bond or impacting bail, there has always been something to trigger it. Some violation of condition of release, some concern that the defendant will not be able to appear in court or is a danger to anyone else. She has appeared in court despite the difficulty in getting here. There are serious safety concerns for her. Putting her in a specific area where she cannot leave will only create additional safety concerns. There are numerous threats against her. Numerous people have made threats. They're posting them online, talking about not waiting to be able to see her out in public. She needs to be able to have freedom of movement, and at times...
Okay.
Your Honor, I actually
excuse me. That young man did not have freedom of movement. That young man did not have freedom of anything. She should be locked up just like he was. I don't even think she should be out on bail. What the hell?
Leave the state initially, given the media attention, for her own safety. If the court was to put her on a GPS monitoring bracelet, she would not be able to do that. If the court put her on an EMS, she would not be able to leave the residence where she is. That would create additional safety concerns. Getting back to the law here, though, Your Honor, I think the Ayala case is clear that there needs to be, I think it calls for some type of violation. Whether you call it a change of circumstance or not, that's something that had been used, an argument that has always been raised in our
freedom of movement, girl.
And I believe it is an appropriate consideration, Your Honor. Your Honor, my motion also details her ties to the community, all the things that the court's already considered in setting the appropriate bond here, Your Honor.
Exactly,
Everything
Scotland.
has been considered by the court, it's been evaluated, and there is nothing different. I understand there's a lot of public pressure, and the public sentiment may be that there should be more conditions on her. But the bond that's set is appropriate. The conditions that are set are appropriate. She's abiding by those conditions. The state has argued this before. It has been rejected. There is absolutely nothing new other than a positive track record. Your Honor, respectfully, I cannot understate how strongly I feel about this. I do not believe any change in the conditions of her release
Guys, I'm gonna drop
would be appropriate right now. I believe they would have a direct and significant impact on her right to a fair trial, and I believe it is a dangerous message for the court to send, and it is one that will impact
and I have
and bear
to watch
directly on the
later.
innocence, which is something that
just haven't
is
had a
crucial in
chance
this
to.
case, because
This channel.
nobody has afforded her that, and we look to the court to protect that. Your Honor, respectfully, I ask the court deny the state's motion.
All right, we're here today on the state's motion to add conditions of release, specifically either EMS house arrest and or GPS monitoring, in order to reasonably ensure that A, she appears in court, and B, to protect the safety of the public. And in making this decision, I'm instructed by General Statute 54-64A, subsection B2, to consider the following factors when considering any conditions of release. And I'll just go through them one at a time. First, the nature and circumstances of this offense and the seriousness of the charges against her. There are 2 B felonies. One of them carries mandatory minimum jail time.
2 B
there are
felonies.
other felony charges against her, in addition to that, misdemeanor charges. And the allegations are arguably the most troubling that I've seen during my tenure as a judge, and show really an unthinkable amount of a lack of empathy. And I do stress that they are just allegations at this time. 2, her past record of appearing in court. She has no prior cases, no prior failures to appear in this case. Her family and community ties to the area. She has 2 daughters in the area, and I believe she is temporarily living with them, but she has no permanent address. We learned that since the last court date. As far as her employment record, to my knowledge, she has worked for the majority of her life, most recently at J.C. Penney. As far as her financial resources and her mental health conditions, I'm not aware of her financial resources at this time, but since the last court date, it has come to my attention that she was admitted to the hospital to address certain mental health conditions.
Oh my God.
As far as the weight of the evidence, we haven't pre-tried the case, there hasn't been any discovery. I don't know how strong the case is for the state at this time, but since the last court date, according to Attorney Thurkelson, he has spoken with the complainant more, learned additional information about the case, and additional witnesses have come forward. So from the state's perspective, it has gotten stronger. Whether she has been previously convicted of similar crimes, again, she has no record, so she hasn't. And the likelihood that she would commit another crime if she is released, which she has been, but as far as the GPS and the EMS conditions. On the one hand, she has no record. So you could easily argue that if she has no record to date, she is unlikely to commit any crimes while she's released. On the other hand, I can see the argument that someone who could show, again, just according to the allegations, someone that could show such an extreme indifference to human life, have such a lack of empathy, if that person could commit that type of crime, they're certainly likely to commit another type.
Ooh.
So in considering all of these factors, most specifically, the serious nature of the allegations and her additional mental health conditions, the mental health conditions in particular, since we learned from the last court date, as well as the fact that we've learned that she has no permanent residence at this time, I think putting GPS monitoring on her is appropriate to protect the public and to ensure that she comes to court. However, I am denying the state's request for EMS house arrest. I don't believe, given the factors.
So he denied the states for house arrest. He is saying that GPS monitoring is appropriate for her. I think she should be locked up just like her stepson was.
That is wrong. As far as the next court date or any additional issues,
Your Honor, may we enter a not guilty plea and make a jury election today?
yes, noted for the record.
With respect to a next date, Your Honor, is April 29th acceptable?
Steve would ask for a shorter date.
What date in particular?
I would like 3 weeks, 1 to monitor compliance, 2 to update the court on discovery process.
You want to say April 15th,
I'm away that week, Your Honor.
22nd?
I have a conflict that day, Your Honor. Can we do the 21st? Actually. Actually, Your Honor, we'll make the 22nd work. I can juggle that.
And I'll leave you with this. I agree with your attorney. These are just allegations. You are not guilty. You have the presumption of innocence. You will get a fair trial. The reason I put GPS monitoring on you has nothing to do with you being guilty. It shouldn't be interpreted that way. We'll get discovery. The state will dig in April 20th. And we'll recess for the next one.
All right.
Okay, she has GPS monitoring. No remorse at all. At all. None. So this was her second time in court this week. So let's just stop that.
So there was a text.
Oh my God. We have Kamani's birthday is today. Good morning, Arkansas. Today is Kamani Latigue's birthday. Okay. Lady Red found the interview that I was looking for and she tagged me. I have it. We also find out I have the video footage of the body cam of his arrest and him being shot. And I need to make sure I take out the sounds of the gun. Pop, pop. I got to make sure I pull that out. But today is Kamani Latigue's 14th birthday. We're going to see the video with the with the girlfriend that turned him in. Speaking him, I mean Darnell Jones. We also have Marvin Sapp. This video is surfacing again about Marvin Sapp locking the church doors when he was at a conference. Okay. Marvin Sapp wanted to get let me show you this video before we do Kamani's thing. Okay. I just need to show this. This man, where did the judge say about the victim being in the hospital? He didn't say anything about the victim being in the hospital. He didn't. He didn't. But I can also drop that link for you guys to go back and watch as well. This is Marvin Sapp holding his people hostage. And I'm going to give you the backstory on this.
There's 1,000 of you.
I think I did, ASAP. I think I responded to you. Yes, I did see it. I didn't respond to you. Good morning, Lady Red. When I listened to the mother's interview, the mother is lying. You can hear it in her voice. She's lying. She had, even her own sister said, she had nothing to do with Kamani since she was 9 months old. She had nothing to do with that little girl. She's trying to garner sympathy right now. They were talking about the grandmother abusing Kamani. The grandmother spoke of it. We talked about it. So let me finish doing this, and then the interview. I was just telling them, Lady Red, that you found that interview that I was looking for, and I will be playing it. So here we go. Here's Marvin's.
If I get 1,000 in the sanctuary to give this, that's to plant the seed of one.
I need my usher to start moving through the church, please. Isn't
You
this
give
some
$20.
shit?
This is easy, saints.
This is bullshit. He told them to lock the doors. Okay. So this stemmed from the fact that he was at the Pentecostal assemblies in the World Convention in Baltimore in 2024. Okay. Marvin Sapp was talking about he needed $2,000 to get his ordination and his licensing renewed. He said, how am I going to preach up here and not lead by example? Leadership leads, and they understand that cost is involved. Guys, I'm up here preaching. Okay. I'm up here preaching. Leadership cost. So I need all of you guys to come out your stingy hearts. Your stingy wallets. Hi, Ghostface. Good morning. So this is what he said. After doing all of that, he tells them to close the doors, lock the doors. He said it costs to sit up here. Most preachers say that they're doing it, which we know they're lying, because they want to bring people closer to God. Okay, they want to bring people closer to God, is what they say. When you're lining their pockets, I haven't known a church, and I've said this for so long, I haven't seen a church in years actually help do anything. Nothing. There are so many fundraisers. You got to get the pastor a new car. You've got to get the pastor a new home, because the rectory, or not the rectory, well, the church home that's next door to the church isn't good enough for the pastor. He needs to have this. He needs to have that. I'm going to be like Prefalo Dollar. Y'all going to have to buy me a jet. Ghostface. Ghostface. I'm just saying, this man held his church captive. I was trying to find a video where people were actually coming up and he was counting out the money as he was up there. This shit is crazy. You're giving to the church. What's his name? Oh, I forgot the guy. When I was younger, he would tell you that if you would send him your last $5, all your bills would be paid. And then our neighbor would always come borrow money from my mother to pay her bills. Because the pastor, oh my God, what's his name? The black preacher that had the processed hair. What was, not Reverend? Ooh, I see him. But this man held his church captive because he was trying to get $40,000 that day. Now, if your licensing and ordination is only $2,000, why the hell you need $40,000? Why do we need to give you $40,000? I'm telling y'all, lock the church doors. Only people can come in. Don't let them leave. Hi, Wendy's front yard. Good morning. Don't say much. Good morning. Hi, Snuggle. So here is the interview that I was looking for that Lady Red was so kind to find for me. And then we're going to listen to the girlfriend in this Kamani case. And my heart just, he needs hoagies? No, he needs a diet. He don't need no damn hoagies. He needs a diet. I think they're all criminal. All of them are criminal. All of them. All of them. All of them. Let's listen.
Who's been missing now for more than 2 days. Her name is Kei'Mani Latigue, and Alexis Means spoke with her family members today. Alexis, what are they telling you?
It's true.
The Toledo Police Department, they went out and they talked to the grandmother today. The grandmother says the teen has never run away. She did not show up for school on Monday.
But I want you to listen to what the grandmother says.
Straight to voicemail.
This interview.
I just wanted her to come home. I mean, she's not in trouble. She hasn't been in trouble.
This is a picture of Spring Elementary student Kei'Mani Latigue. The teen has not been seen since Sunday evening after 10 p.m. Says she came home from work and the door was unlocked.
So the grandmother did work overnight. So you left a 13-year-old at home overnight by herself, no other adult in that home. Everybody knows you leave to go to work. This little girl was put in harm's way, period.
It was Monday morning.
Okay.
And when I came home, she wasn't here. Of course, she was supposed to have been on her way to school, but
Reverend Ike, that's him.
The way that the house...
You know what? Gwen almost said Reverend Ike, but then I was thinking about Ike. Reverend Ike is the man. Reverend Ike, yes, ma'am. You send me your last. And he's up there with rings on his finger, tailor-made suit, and you're going to believe this man on TV. Yep, she was a latchkey kid.
Was set up once I got here, because it was in complete disarray. She wasn't here, so I called the school so that I can talk to her, and they said that she wasn't.
These were at the house along with her glasses. Her grandmother says the 13-year-old can't see without them. She also told me the stove was on, no gas.
Other than her and I, dogs in the house, so who cut it on?
So were they trying to burn the house? But Daddy's coming up.
So that was kind of suspicious. Then her glasses, her underclothes were by the couch in the front room, her putting room in the floor.
Her family handed out flyers telling people if they see her to call police. The teens, she's not the type of kid to run off.
She always calls me and asks me prior to going somewhere, can she go? So she has her own keys. for the home. She has a phone just in case anything hacks somebody. She's very responsible.
Kei'Mani's father says he saw his daughter late Sunday night after she
Look at daddy, guys. Look at daddy. Just look at daddy.
called him afraid to be home alone.
I came over here because she said that if it seemed like somebody was trying to break into the house. So I sat for an hour, me and my cousin, we sat over here. And we left around like 12:30-ish.
The girl went missing from Elm and Bronson. Toledo police are investigating.
They came inside, they looked around. The officer requested to see her room, how it was set up and all of that. And she went through some of her things, but they didn't take anything.
And Toledo police say that if you know the whereabouts of this young little girl, to call Crime Stoppers. Sasham, back.
So this is that was the interview the dad gave. I said, oh my God. He said he was there for like an hour. Another interview, he said he was there for like 35, 40 minutes. Okay. Then the girlfriend comes forward and she's the one that contacted police. Okay. Let me get to the girlfriend. And she didn't want to be identified. Here's another one that doesn't want to be identified on camera, but sooner or later she's going to be out there. Hold on, let me get this so you can hear. But today is can you guys put some pink hearts or in the chat? Today would have been what is her 14th birthday that she did not live to see. And she was allegedly, I'm gonna keep saying allegedly, great, Cade, throat, hands, by her father. By her father.
About the
Girl, I caught myself. I don't know why I said that.
Into Kei'Mani's murder, Toledo police executed several search warrants, including where he lived on the east side. 13 Action News has learned it was Darnell Jones' girlfriend who helped police with evidence in the case. That woman, who asked us not to identify her, tells us Jones called her Friday and asked her to turn off the cameras at the home. She says she got suspicious and did not turn them off, and she adds she was in the bedroom when a relative saw Jones move some items from his SUV into the house and hide them under the basement stairs. She called police, who got a search warrant and then took the evidence.
What did he hide under your stairs?
It was like a mat for the back of your truck, not a pickup, but SUV. You know, when you lay your seats down and you put that rubber mat in there to protect the back of your seats in case you're hauling something. That's what he rolled up and put in my basement. And his work boots, which were caked with mud, and he hadn't worked in a while.
She says once Jones noticed the items gone, she never saw him again. She also told us Jones called her from Columbus, and she told police where they could find him. As the Toledo community continues to grieve the loss of Kei'Mani Latigue, some are stepping up to help contribute to a funeral service for the young girl. Wheeling on the Rocks on Lasky will be hosting a benefit and poker run this upcoming Sunday. That's to help raise funds to properly honor Kei'Mani and celebrate her life. They said all of the money raised will go directly to the funeral home.
Directly to the
main
funeral
event
home,
will be at
where it needs
Wheeling
to
with
go.
other businesses participating.
Even though the funeral home said that they will cover it, these people are raising money because it costs them money too. They're raising money for her funeral costs, and it's going not to the family, directly to the funeral home.
The poker run, including Kickstand Saloon just over the border, Daffy's, and Corner Saloon just over the border.
Lori hasn't been live
for her. I think the whole town wants something for her to have, an abundance of flowers, a beautiful casket, maybe a park bench or anything to help, with the memorial.
This is coming together as a community.
Those hosting Sunday's event tell us that a donation to the funeral home is essentially your
Look
ticket.
at this memorial. Look how it's grown. Look at this. These are people that are coming together as a community. Now, when they used to do this in Houston for certain things, after a while they go in and clear it out. But they used to donate like all the stuffed animals to the children's wing at the hospital. And someone donated a plot for Kamani. Oh my God. Yeah, she made an account using her daughter's name, and she shouldn't have.
To take part in the activities. So if you'd like to donate or if you'd like to find out more, you can go to
Thank
our
you,
website,
Michelle.
13abc.com.
Emotions are running high, and people from all over are coming to Toledo to mourn the loss of Kei'Mani and offer support. But how does the community begin to heal from this horrific incident? Social worker Cecil Holston says grief can be there, whether or not you know someone personally affected by a violent crime. He says people may feel a connection to the case because they may have a daughter or son the same age as Kei'Mani. Holston says one way to deal with grief is to stay off social media.
Okay.
Journal.
Stay off social media, yes. But these kids are on TikTok everywhere. He's telling you to journal, do all of this stuff. Parents need to speak to their kid.
Checking in with your own personal children to make sure that they're okay.
I know he's applying for a gag order.
Check and see where they're at. Because that might have been a friend of theirs, or it might have been a friend that they lost a year ago that is triggering them now.
Yep.
Their grief is now triggered.
Leaders with Lucas County Children's Services say they understand the public has many questions about Kei'Mani Latigue, and today the agency's director made his first comments about her case. 13 Action News reporter Lily Lowndes has details. She joins us live in studio to explain what's next. Lily.
Yeah, Tony, it's not only the community that's hoping for answers. This is a story we broke yesterday on 13 Action News at 10 that Lucas County commissioners wanted to work with Children's Services to form an investigative task force. And today, that task force was approved.
Community members are ready to take action after the tragic murder of 13-year-old Kei'Mani Latigue.
Obviously, like everybody else in the community.
We're not going to listen to that. They're investigating. I want you to hear the and let me just stop this real quick. Right about here is when we're going to hear the gunfire. I need to get so I can jump ahead. All right, trigger warning. I don't know if I can or can't. I have no idea, but let's just I wrote it down someplace and I just can't remember. There is Daddy. He shaved his head. You see him, right? He shaved his head. Hair is gone. Look, shaved his head. Yeah, I think his head is shaved.
I swear to God.
Okay. He reaches in. He pulls out a gun. I caught it just in time. Okay.
What it shows happened just before an officer pulled the trigger. Plus, we get answers from Toledo's top cop.
We were able to develop information.
Oh my God, that'll be good.
As sad as
that's what my ex-daughter-in-law does. He's a forensic pathologist. Well, pathologist.
The investigation into the abduction and murder of the 13-year-old girl continues. The full, uncut interview with Toledo Police Chief Mike Trenley.
Political officials are going to have to step up. The local organizations, nonprofit and private, the businesses are also going to have to step up because at this point, we should have been doing this a long, long time ago.
We just can't wait to make this happen and make it better for these kids out here.
The call for answers and justice continues as our community mourns the death of 13-year-old Kei'Mani Latigue. Her family is remembering her life as she would have celebrated her 14th birthday this week, and her father remains in the hospital, shot by police and charged with killing her. Here's how the story has unfolded. Toledo police posted the alert that Kei'Mani was missing on Tuesday, March 18th. It was just after 4 p.m. She was last reported at her grandmother's home on Elm Street in North Toledo. The next day, WTOL 11 spoke with the teen's grandmother, Dorothy Latigue. She's also Kei'Mani's legal guardian. She said she came home from work Tuesday morning, found Kei'Mani was missing. She called her school before making a report to TPD. By Friday, March 21st, family, friends, even strangers came out to North Toledo to search for Kei'Mani. Her mother, Tiara Caston, was there from Cleveland. Kei'Mani's dad, Darnell Jones, would be charged with abduction on Sunday, March 23rd. Court documents show he was the last person with her before she went missing. Then on Monday, March 24th, police found a body inside a home on Miami Street in East Toledo. The Lucas County Coroner's Office would later identify the remains of those of 13-year-old Kei'Mani Latigue. Her time of death was 12:19 p.m. Jones would be charged with murder that same day, and Columbus police tracked him to the city on Tuesday, March 25th. It was then that officers ended up shooting him and finding a gun at the scene. In a moment, we'll show you the unedited body cam video of this encounter. We do want to warn you, the video is graphic. There is profanity. You can see Columbus police identify Jones walking in the short north. They approach him. He says he wants to die, ignores police commands, appears to move his hand in his pocket, and then is shot. You're going to see two views, one from the officer who shot Jones, and then it switches to another responding officer whose body-worn camera better shows what happened next. Viewer discretion is advised.
Come here, man. Don't do it. What's your name? Kill me. Dude, show me your fucking hands right now. Pull your fucking hand out of your... I swear to God, pull your...
Okay, had to stop it right there. Okay.
Don't move!
Yes, Gwen, her daddy did it.
Don't move. He's got 33 right there.
33 in his hands.
No, it's a walkie-talkie, but there's 33s right here. Don't you move or you're going to get shot, okay? All right?
He's already been shot.
Got it. Yep.
That's him.
Yep, that's him.
Somebody get on the main air.
Shaved his head. But you're not guilty. Hey, Arkansas, sweetie.
All right, on your belly.
Oh, I saw you. I saw you.
All right. I got cuffs. There you go. Thank you, brother. We'll get you help, okay?
You see the blood?
I want to die, bro.
No, I know, but we can't allow that.
See the blood?
I don't want to live.
Get us some cruisers. Secure this scene.
Lady Red, when my sons first went into the Air Force, they were MPs, and then they changed their MOS after 2.5 years. So yes.
All right, who fired?
I'm in the car. He did too.
All right. You did? I did not. Okay.
Hi, Watcher.
You good?
All right.
You good? All right.
Great to see you, sweetie.
All right.
Listen to me. Listen, I got to roll you off. I got to get you up on your side, okay? I got to get you up on your
I
side.
heard you had an interesting day yesterday.
All right.
MP is military police.
Where you hit at, bro?
I don't know. All in my leg.
On your leg.
He's all hit right here.
I know. He's hitting his arm once.
So he's hitting his arm. Nothing vital.
The medic here now.
Now they could have shot. They could have shot to kill, but they didn't. They wounded him. They wounded him. It's the arm.
They're coming, okay? We got him. He's hit once in the arm. All right.
He's hitting the side here.
Yep, you're hitting the side.
He's hitting the side.
You're gonna be fine.
Hey, look. You know what's good about this?
Sit up, okay?
You're gonna be fine.
I can't move my leg.
I know.
Okay.
I know.
He's shaking. The guy with the orange mouth.
There you go. How's that?
They broke.
Okay.
I can't get up.
Okay. We're gonna leave you sit here like this. Take a deep breath. Do me a favor. Take a deep breath for me, okay?
He's
Hey,
shaking
move your
his
car. Block
head.
that road. You're on shell cases. Get that road blocked.
We can't lay you down. Okay, you've
We're
got to
holding
stay
you
up. I'll hold you up, all right? You just relax. Lean back into me. There you go.
You're gonna be fine.
Listen, hey, nothing's ever that bad, all right?
Wait a minute. Nothing's ever that bad. Hi, Downack, except for you killed your daughter and raped her, allegedly. Okay, nothing's ever that bad. You're innocent, but you shaved your head. You weren't there when they found your daughter. Your girlfriend let them know where to find you at. Get the hell out of here.
Okay, well.
Darnell, right? Do you have anything else on you? Do you have any more guns?
Where
Yes?
the guns at?
Are you looking for the GI
Where's the other
Bill?
gun at?
I don't.
Darnell. Hey,
Sorry. Darnell, do you have anything else on you?
Yeah, you said you had a gun.
Well, I don't. I think he's just fading. I don't know. Nope. Just stay back, okay, please?
Stay back!
Hey, okay. We're making good witnesses. You're fine, ma'am.
Well,
You're
at
fine.
least she doesn't have a camera out filming.
We got to get him searched. So Medic's going to take him.
I know.
They said he. He
Hey.
pulled a gun. I don't
Hey,
see
you
a
guys
gun.
get
I see
somebody-
a lighter,
Just go
money.
chill.
Where's
Somewhere
the gun?
else.
Exactly, Michelle.
Hey, have that cruiser start getting scene tape.
Let the medic in. Step back.
They're fine. It's fine.
He is sick. My question is, Carnals, was it just him or was it him and his cousin? Because he put his cousin there as well. They haven't said anything about an arrest warrant for a cousin. Was it just him or was it him and a cousin that did that to that little girl? When the grandmother came home, her underwear was in the living room on the sofa. The pajamas were in the dining room. Right there, you knew something was wrong. The house was in a disarray. She was attacked in that home. Where was she shot? In the arm and in the side. She was attacked in her grandmother's home. That's where she was attacked at. And he took her body out of there. Now, he probably, her throat where she was, because there was no blood in the grandmother's home. So he K'd her either where he took her, which I'm sure that's where he did it at. But they haven't said anything about a cousin that they're looking for. So maybe he's just saying that. Because when a girlfriend said he asked her to turn off the cameras, she said he came in and stashed that mat.
Yeah, we need a cart. We need a cart. Cart.
I see a lighter, money, no drugs, no gun.
Oh no, stay with me, bro. Keep talking to me, okay?
Dave, 511. If anyone is listening at home, officer support.
You sit here, legs, arms.
Oh, leg, arm, side. Okay. Yeah, they said his leg.
Which way
now
you
they
want
said
it?
leg. They said first
Right there.
arms,
Okay.
then the side. Now they're saying the leg too.
You need him out of the cuffs?
Yeah, we're gonna need them out.
All right. We're gonna have to. Hey, listen. We're gonna roll you over one more time. All right. Gotta get those cuffs off you. So you can relax. Clean up. There you go.
Yes, damn it, Mandy.
He's hitting the
Allegedly,
arm,
yes.
leg,
that's him.
arm,
He hit
and I believe left chest.
legs, arm, left chest.
I get a good search on him. I am.
Legs, arm, left chest.
You taking him all down enough in this? Yeah.
All right, that's fine. Pull this off.
All right. Let's cut the cuff off. Please cut your belly. You guys gonna help us lift?
Yep.
Grab the wound, grab the head.
Damn, they rough.
Hold on.
Just stare at him. Good. Hey, don't move your arm. I know it hurts. They're gonna help you, okay? Well, we're not trying to hurt you. We're not trying to kill you. No, we're not gonna take it off your arm, okay? They're gonna cut it off in just a second.
Jones was due in court on weapons charges in Columbus, but did not appear because he remained in the hospital as of Thursday, March 27th. Now the call for justice continues. Rumors swirl on social media, and there may still be more questions than answers. WTOL 11's Silver Barker took the discussion to our city's top cop. She sat down with Toledo Police Chief Mike Trenley to separate fact from fiction.
So my first question for you, Chief Trenley, there's been a lot, so let's kind of do like a timeline, and let's start with first question. Let's go back to when Kei'Mani was first reported missing. you know, there was a report sent out, but
Do you guys want
is
to
there a
see
reason
all
why
of
there
this?
wasn't an Amber Alert? That's a lot
Because
of
we've
people's
seen
question.
bits and pieces
Yeah,
of this
so
interview. She's
when
beautiful.
she first went missing, our Amber Alert requires specific criteria when and how we do our Amber Alerts. And that's kind of like a national standard. And so it did not meet that criteria because at that point there was not any thought of there was a family kidnapping or family being involved or any foul play at that point. At this point, we had a lot of different stories about a missing 13-year-old that may or may not have ran away for different reasons. So at that time, we'd already interviewed all the family members and we were talking to everybody. So there was nothing that would have qualified for an Amber Alert or that actually an Amber Alert would have done for the investigation.
What is the usual criteria for an Amber Alert, just so people know?
Yep, so there's different things, but a lot of times, especially when it involves a family member, we need to have that we suspect a family member has kidnapped them and has run off with them, that we have descriptions of cars or locations and stuff like that, something that we can provide. And for this type of case, it just did not meet that criteria.
Now, my second question for you, TPD received a tip, you guys received a tip about the body that was found in that house. That's how you guys first found out about it being there, correct?
I'm not sure what you're talking about, actually. Which tip?
You guys received about the body being found on Miami Street in the house. There was a tip that you guys received, or was it anything in the report? It was mentioning that you guys were notified, and I believe it went to the detectives' work as well. There was communication and messaging through, was there a phone call or anything, or Crime Stoppers? Was there anything sent out? How did you guys find out about the body inside the house?
Through detective work, really. So, through some interviews and some investigating. At this time, I can't disclose why or how, because it's still very pertinent to the investigation. And at this point, we're not ready to talk about that aspect of it. But yes, it was our detectives doing a great job interviewing and investigating and following up on some leads that got us to that location.
Now, going to the body when it was reported that it was found in the house, when lots of people found out and it spread in the community, people showed up very soon right after that while you guys were there doing your work. There are a lot of people live streaming on their phones, showing it, and kind of just talking about it in general. There's a huge presence there. I mean, we saw it. I was there that day. Did that at all impact your guys' work there while you were doing that? Did it affect how you guys were doing? I mean, could you guys have done anything differently there if people weren't there, you know, yelling, shouting, what?
No, obviously, anytime you add a little bit of chaos to a scene, that makes it a little bit harder for us to do our job. But, you know, we're prepared for that. So we have officers that can contain the outer perimeter and make sure that no one gets in. And then our detectives, they're focused on their job. They're going to do their job.
Know,
whether there's people watching or not.
We know.
So they're still going to be able to do it. It's
we are
just the
all under the
officers
same
involved more and trying to maintain, you know, as you just
of what
said,
happened to Kamani. Not assumption. We all know how she was found. We all know that her father is a suspect. Okay. If the man was not guilty, why would he shave his head? Why would he be hiding? Why wouldn't he just go and be there with everybody else? Yes, they have to be believed to be in imminent danger of serious bodily harm, descriptive information. That is part of the Amber Alert. But when you go to the home and you see it's in disarray, you see that things are not right. If she's running away, that doesn't make any sense to me. Underwear here, pajama bottoms there. The house was just in total disarray. Total disarray. I'm finding it hard to understand why did that meet. I'm telling you, there's an interview I want you guys to watch. It's on Charlie Bacardi's channel. And hold on a second. I'm going to play a little bit of it, and I'm going to call fair use. This is the dad. but I dropped the link for the channel, okay? This is Darnell Jones. Don't know if he was on drugs or whatever, but this is Darnell Jones.
You told me God got a plan for me. And that's the reason why I keep going through all of this shit. Because he keep putting me through the test. When is the test gonna be over, bro?
What demons was this man dealing with? What demons?
I just want it to be over with. I hate the way I think. I hate the way I see things. And
he hates the way he thinks. He hates the way he sees things.
all I do is sit back and try to just act like I don't see shit. Because if I do something about it, I'm going to jail.
Okay. If he does something about it, he's going to jail. He's telling us right here he was having dark thoughts. Dark thoughts. He looks younger there. So are we thinking he's done this before? Are we thinking he's done this before? I watched this and I can't, and I don't want to, I want you guys to go over and watch it. Give this guy a view. He was having dark thoughts.
I just want to know what's the real purpose for me to be here, man.
So I'm going to give you, well, I dropped the link in the chat for you. That is one thing I think you really need to watch. And then the mother is outside of the court right after the hearing in Connecticut. And she just did a little brief interview as well. But I dropped the link for the channel. Please go watch it. And it's a really interesting take. So he was having dark thoughts for quite some time. Does that mean that he's done this to other kids? Does that mean that he acted upon these thoughts because he didn't know what his purpose was for being here? And he said himself, if he acted on those thoughts, he would be in jail. I'm waiting to see if anybody else comes forward, a relative, a neighborhood little girl, someone who knows how this case is going to go. He himself said if he acted upon it, he would be in jail. And I'm thinking the same thing, T-Love. I'm thinking the same thing. He has done this before. You caged your child, allegedly, you caged your child. Then you threw in a cousin. Nobody's saying anything about a cousin except for him. I'm thinking he's throwing in a red herring. No one said anything about a cousin. First, he said he was there for like 35, 40 minutes. Then it was an hour. And the police are correct. His story isn't adding up. I think, Kernels of Shade, I think that's why he acted like he had a gun, the way he pulled at his pocket. Because as we see, there was no gun put on the ground. It was money, a lighter. Don't know if he had a phone. Who is who again? This is the biological mother for the young man, and her name is Tracy. Was it Valagine, whatever? Her daughter's name is Heather Tessman. The dad's name is Craig Sullivan. The stepmom's name, wait a minute, maybe the cousin is an hallucination. See, yesterday I asked that question too. Why did he? And they were saying probably for identification. But that doesn't make any sense. And then you hear on the TikTok that she was burned beyond recognition, but that couldn't be true either, because a cop came out and told the mother that it was her, and she dropped to the ground. So I don't know what kind of psychosis he was in, but allegedly, and we heard it from the cop that was involved in the shooting, that his SWAT team, that he was told the little girl was raped, throat damn near, head damn near cut off, and her hands were cut off. So this is just crazy. But that was Kamani's father when he was a little younger. Okay, that's what she was asking. He was having dark thoughts. And he knew, see, nobody is confirming that she was burned. But if she was burned beyond recognition, how would they know that was her? Just like it was on TikTok that the grandmother was arrested because she had found bloody clothes, and she was seen throwing away bloody clothes, and that wasn't true. You can't get everything from TikTok. So here is the biological mother for Mr. Sullivan. We know his last name is Sullivan now.
Steve, this is the second time we are going to be seeing Kimberly this week. How are you feeling as we prepare to head into court again?
Nauseous, angry. I want to see justice served for my son.
She's angry.
Doesn't deserve anything.
It looks like they're asking for house arrest and some sort of electronic monitoring on Kimberly, you know, as this all goes forward.
Her hair is fried.
She should, you know, stay at home, you know, please have some sort of GPS monitoring.
Well, she should.
Nope, she wasn't burned.
My son.
So they lied about that.
Disgusting.
She was found in a burned house, an abandoned burned house that had been set on fire not once but twice. That's where she was found. Yep. So they took that and ran with it. She wasn't burned. You know what? Hi, Daddy. Good morning. You're absolutely right. He said that he wanted to, he said, kill me. He wanted to die. What is it? Suicide by cop. That's what he wanted. Fry. Suicide by cop.
Look like that everybody that was in that household is in prison, in solitary confinement, and they could be fed 2 cups of water a day.
Yeah, I want to know why the daughters haven't been charged. Why haven't the daughters been charged and been with complete? They are complicit. Thank you for the flowers, Daddy. You threw me off for a minute. They are complicit. Why aren't the daughters being added to this criminal charge? That's the mother of the young man who was held captive in Waterbury, Connecticut for 20 years. Arkansas. He was found. He set fire to the room he was in to escape. When he was found, the young man is 32 years old. He's 68 pounds. And he hasn't been to school since the 4th grade. She held that young, not her, this is the bio mom, who gave him to his dad when he was 3 months old. 3 months, 4 months old. And she couldn't locate her son. But the sister saw the house. They never mentioned the lady's name on the news when this happened. Called her to tell her what happened at that address. You can't tell me you didn't know, or you said you didn't know where they were. They were 2 towns over from you. 2 towns.
Talking about the condition that he was in when he was rescued, but now it's been a few weeks. Do you have any idea?
Yes, Snuggle, the house had been burned previously twice. Twice. The house had been burned twice previously.
It's going to be such a long, long recovery. He has to build on top of being able to take just a
How do you know?
He needs to gain weight. He needs to build muscle mass. On top of all the psychological issues he's going to be dealing with for the rest of his life.
You haven't seen him. You haven't talked to him.
Sort of small improvement over the last couple of weeks or not?
No, I haven't heard anything yet.
See, she hasn't heard anything. She hasn't seen him, but she knows what he needs.
Had police or any of the staff given you any indication as to whether you're going to get to have some contact with him at some point?
Well, as long as it's an ongoing investigation, I don't anticipate being able to speak with him yet.
Well, the GoFundMe is over 200,000 now, so I'm sure she really wants to talk to her son.
A couple of days ago, you
The
said
sisters
that
knew. They lived in that
you'd be
home.
there for him and you can
100%.
Tell us about that. Do you want a relationship with him?
Absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, I was denied that even when he was a young child.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thanks, Tracy.
Thank you, Tracy.
So, okay, I don't want to discuss that Waterbury case anymore. Well, not that I don't want to discuss it anymore, but we've already seen that. So, also, Yolanda Salazar. Yep, that's her name. She was denied parole yesterday. She was denied parole. The next time she is eligible for parole is in 2030. And everybody was thinking this woman was getting out. I'm like, oh my God, I hope not. I really, really hope not. But I wanted to show you. So I have a live set today. I had it set yesterday, but I was ripping and running yesterday. So, and I knew I didn't have time to do what I needed to do. I wanted to discuss Kim Richards and Lisa. I wanted to discuss the phone calls that Kim Richards released. And to be honest, I think I've talked about the lies and everything else. But Lisa went live last night. And this is what pissed me off, okay? We're not even going to talk about, I'm going to cancel that live. We're going to talk about this live she did last night. Chantel, I pulled this from your channel. Yep, she's safer on the inside. But I pulled this from Chantel's channel. And I just want to talk about this because she really pissed me off when I heard about it. And I was like, okay, Lisa, this is getting out of hand. Let's just listen to what this bitch has to say.
You how to use it, you don't know how, and you'll never see me again. Really, Sweet Sticky? I've been not on, you know. If nobody, helps, there's no point in, coming on and getting all that.
Okay, this is the second live she's done, and she says that no one is helping, no one's coming back. Okay, I mean, she's not coming back. She said on that recording with Kim, one lady sent her 150. Somebody named Danielle, she knew that she should have been paid because she gets paid every 2 weeks. So she hit her up for money. She said that she got a little over $300. Now this piece of garbage, human excrement, is saying no one helped her. No one helped her.
The hate and stuff, you know what I mean? For what? What would they press charges for? I mean, I don't know, but not on me.
Why
really,
wouldn't you
I
press
haven't been on
charges
in like
on
2
you?
weeks, really, more than once or twice.
Okay, so Kim says that she was going to press charges against Lisa. Okay, let me tell you why that's not going to work. Kim willingly gave Lisa, everybody willingly gives her money, but she lies to a lot of people for what she needs the money for. In Kim's case, Kim knew she was using it to buy her drugs. Kim knew it wasn't going to food. Kim had privy to her being at the drug dealer's house. Kim knew. Kim was giving her advice. on what to use, what to say to get this money. Okay? Kim knew. Kim knew she was lying about Shadow. Kim is complicit in the money that she was receiving for Shadow. She went 3 days getting money. Well, my dad couldn't take me last night, so every day is another $65 or $70. People kept sending her money for that dog. That is theft by deception. That's theft by deception. She won't talk about Shadow. She won't talk about the money she got for Shadow because she knows that's criminal on what she did. Thinking $10 here, $5 here is no big deal. But she got banned last night. Again.
But yeah, anybody who heard that and no, Amanda, they can't. That's silly. Who did I advertise to though?
Listen to this.
What do you mean? Like, hey, let's just say I wrote that
You
obituary.
did write the obituary.
Let's just say I wrote it with the puppet and all that.
She's playing dumb. She know full well that puppet was a gag. The puppet was satire. Okay? She knows this. She's saying that, let's just say she wrote it. Girl, you were heard on the phone telling Kim you wrote the obituary and it was going to be out in, you thought it would be out today. If not, it's going to be out tomorrow. You wrote the obituary. What you didn't count on was people calling to see, which you should have known it was going to happen. You didn't count on people calling that funeral home and bombarding that funeral home. Then I hear that frauditor call the funeral home on a live. I'm like, wait a minute, what?
Okay. I didn't put it out on the internet. Kim did.
No.
So who advertised it?
No. Kim put it out there, okay? Somebody, before Kim even put it out there, someone sent it to Frauditor. Forward Frauditor the email. That's who put it out. Frauditor did. Frauditor stopped you in your tracks when she released that. So then you had to up the game. You had to go do the obit. You did this. You did this. Kim came out after you did this.
Right. So anyways, whoever, let me say what I wanted to say, right? Whoever, saw that or anything and did think that something did happen to my dad, I do apologize to you personally, okay? It wasn't supposed to be on the app. They think that, I don't know. People think that everything has to be on the damn app. I do not think that.
Now watch when she says this.
I don't know, Brittany. Somebody gave it to Reaper. I don't know who. I really don't know who. So I already said yesterday why. Just desperation.
Desperation for drugs.
Was helping. So, like 2 or 3 people I emailed that. I regret doing it, but I did. And yeah. So, but it wasn't supposed to come on the app. I didn't come on for a cash grab, screaming it on the app, trying to get money. Like, that's just not what happened.
Yes, you did.
No, it was 3 people. I counted 3. That I emailed myself. Now, I could have went around after that, you know what I mean? But myself, it was 3.
Okay.
I don't know. I'm the type that, it's not really. I'm the type that, look, I believe now listen, when my dad was actually in the hospital these last couple of times, I wouldn't talk about it. I didn't say shit on him.
She's fucking lying. Every day she talked about her dad and how he was in a hospital. She needed to get her mother there. Have a great day, sweetie. She needed to get her mother to the hospital. She needed to get food for she and her mother. She's lying. She talked about it every single day. She cherry picks people and then if you hear the call with Kim, they're saying that they're assuming this lady named Danielle has money. They assume this woman has money. So they're going to target her. Well, Lisa targeted her. Lisa targeted her.
Here, I didn't want nobody else saying shit on here.
Uh-huh.
But if he's not, I don't know. I just am like, well, fuck, he's not. Nothing's wrong. What the fuck is the
I
problem?
would never lie on my mother,
I mean, I don't
my
know.
father,
That's my
anybody being
thinking.
dead.
Probably because of, what I just came out of. My brain's all screwed up, But that's the
Cole
way
is
I
on
think right
YouTube.
now. I don't know. Maybe that is. I don't know. I'm trying to cue Chi Pie. Dude, I wouldn't if I didn't need to eat. Honestly, I swear I wouldn't.
We heard you telling Kim that you buy food occasionally. That's what you said. You wanted money for your habit. You are not clean. You are not clean. You were desperate for your rocks. Okay? Let's stop.
Did I say I wasn't at fault? Did I say, oh, I'm not at fault? Or did I just say I apologize?
I don't
To the
think
people
Nicole
who
was part of
actually.
that.
Oh, and another thing. If any of you guys have emails before it even came out on the app where you guys were like writing me, emails that are
Nobody's
like,
gonna
I'm so
have those.
sorry. And I kept saying to you, nothing happens. He's not dead. Can you please give those? We don't give those to nobody
Because you never
though, right?
sent them.
We don't give those to fucking people. We just give the stupid ones, right?
Nobody's turned
We
those
don't give
in.
the ones where I'm telling people where you guys are like, did he really pass away? Just tell me the truth. And I'm like, no, he didn't. I don't know where you got that from. Like, I literally was emailing people like, did I come on and say that? Did you hear that out of my mouth?
Okay, here's where she's playing with words, okay? Here is where the wordplay comes in. I want you to listen to what she says.
Exactly. Like, that's it. Way before it came out. Way before it came out. Ma'am, I wasn't on insinuating anything.
Yes, you were. Here's what you said. You said, hi, guys. This has been a week from hell. You guys, I can't say anything. But you're going to find out because it's going to get out because people are nosy. It's just not great. It's not good. You insinuate it. I thought maybe your son had got arrested. I thought maybe your son had OD'd. I didn't think that you would pull the daddy dad card again. Never thought you would pull that card again because you didn't get away with it the third time. First time, yeah. Second time, people started going, wait a minute. You just had a funeral for him like 3 months ago. And then here we go with this one. I didn't think you were going to pull the fatty dead again. Didn't know that was going on. So yes, you insinuated. You came out and insinuated. You said, Miss Christine, I'm going to DM you after this. I'll tell you what's going on. Yes, you did.
Hi, Michelle. I didn't say anything on here
Yes,
at all. I didn't even come on and say a word. Not a word.
Here we go. You built up for it beforehand. Yes, she did. Yes, she did. Now she's getting triggered. Oh, you knew it was fatty. Girl, I couldn't believe she was going to try to pull that fatty shit again. I just couldn't believe that. Oh, hold on. Okay, I'm going to let this play. I got to take this call. I'm going to go on mute.
Like, you guys got to, think about that too, okay? I did not. Show me the live stream where I came on and I said, my dad passed away, give me money. Can I see that one, please? Or those days, where's the live stream where I came on and said anything? Because I didn't come on at all, actually. Not a damn word, actually. I stayed off the app, didn't I? Because then Reaper was putting out fucking that I got $300. Lying ass bitch. Stupid bitch. Guess what I got from that? Guess what I got? 0. Really, where's the proof? Where's the proof? Where's the proof? Okay, there's proof. Where is it?
There she goes. Where's the proof? Let me tell you, Lisa. Let me tell you how this works. We heard what you said on the recording with Kim, as Kim believing that your dad was really deceased. And then she realized, and you kept buttering Kim up, telling her how great she was on her lives. But last night, you said it was like watching paint dry. We heard you say it. People feel so stupid. They would never come out. Maybe they will today and say what they sent to you. Because they feel stupid and duped. Because yet again, you fucked around and you lied to people. We heard out of your mouth. You said you got over a little $300. Now you're going to say, oh, they're confusing two different things. No, we heard what you said to Kim on those recordings. Stop playing, Lisa.
I'll bet my life that there is not proof because
Oh,
it didn't
damn.
happen.
I didn't know Kim sent her money.
You didn't see a text ain't proof.
Lady Red, I'll drop the link if you want.
It's coming, okay? I'll wait.
Because I'm trying to catch your comment.
You heard it.
I know
That's not
you...
proof. If somebody sent $300 to me, there would be proof. A Cash App receipt, a bank transfer, a chime, a anything. No words. I didn't fucking say I got $300. I would have never said that.
You did say it on the recording with Kim. You did say it. So whose voice was that? Was that AI? Had to be AI.
Yins are mixing up two different scenarios.
Yins are mixing it up.
You guys came on and said, I got $300 weeks ago, and we're mixing it with that idiot.
Somebody said she was on Rainbow. Is that true? Girl, I'm going to download that app. I am downloading that app. She has people on Rainbow. Oh, sorry. You need to start uploading your videos on Rainbow so they can see what a piece of shit she really is. I'm installing Rainbow right now. You need to upload your videos tagging her name so they'll see what a piece of shit she is.
I sent the $100 back to. There was never $300 ever, 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 ever. Like, not even once. No, I didn't have shit when I stayed off. I just stayed the fuck off.
She's lying.
Like, that's it. Just stayed off, believe it or not.
185
yeah, I'm blocking them. How do I show you that I didn't fucking get the money? Like, what do you mean? They have to show they're the ones that made the claim. So they need to show that I got the fucking money, supposedly.
Nope.
Like, that's it.
You can show your account.
It really isn't, man.
You
like, I'm so tired. Like I said in my post, if somebody comes on the app and claims something, they have to show proof or it didn't happen, period. That's what you should go by. That's what I'm going to fuck by. That's what somebody who's a content creator on here and an awareness page that puts bullshit out on the internet as fact, they should have the proof too before they open up their traps. Okay? Period. That's the way it should be. I'm proud of being and if they don't ever show proof,
Rainbow.
Guess what? They're full of bullshit.
And I'm going to.
It's not gaslighting. It's a fucking fact. It's always gaslighting when it's making people believe that it's fucking making them think with their common sense that everybody has. A lot of people don't use it, but everybody has it, right? If I was a content creator doing awareness,
okay, no problem,
on scammers, which is everybody who asks for money,
I'm gonna
is a
start
fucking
uploading
scammer
videos.
now. I think you guys need to aware people of what the fuck a scammer actually is, because this ain't it. But anyways,
I gotta figure out how to upload.
How do I I'm not proving anything wrong. I didn't come on and say a fucking word. It would have never got out here. It would have never got out.
You didn't have to. You knew other people would. That's why you did it. But you insinuated. You insinuated. You even talked about the obituary. Even when Kim told you, she called the funeral home because she wanted to send flowers. There was no Ronald Richard there. You said it's probably because of the internet bullshit. That's what you said. I don't see, well, I got to find her name because I'm going to start uploading shit too. Any app she goes to, I'm following her ass.
I'm not defending anything. I apologize for it.
That's right.
I don't have accounts, ma'am. I have one fucking account, Chime and PayPal. That's what I have.
She has one account, Chime and PayPal. Lisa, that's 2 accounts. Chime and PayPal is 2 accounts. That's not one. Chime and PayPal, that's 2.
Yes, I lost some teeth beating yours the fuck in.
There she
now
goes.
Get out of my chat and shut the fuck up.
There she goes.
I'm not showing you anything. Where's my proof that I got $300 fucking dollars?
You have nothing to hide.
That's what I'm asking for. If it don't exist, because it don't.
Oh, it exists.
Shut up. Like, that's it. Damn, man. Like,
No,
it's fucking pathetic, man. Bunch of grown-ass people fucking bullying one person.
Grown-ass people who have jobs that you're begging for money from. Grown-ass people who take care of their kids and their family. Grown-ass people that you expect to take care of your drug-addicted ass. That's the people who are grown, okay?
Person who you don't even know. You seen it, then fucking go get it. Go get it. Bitch, I'll be tough in real life. Did you not see me pop off?
She popped off, okay? Her teeth just popped out too. She popped off as she was running down the street. Somebody, when her sister approached her, she looks like Skeletor. Anybody go after this bitch, she will die. This one woman said, "Is that an invitation, Lisa?" See, you talk shit. Keep talking shit. And you won't make it up my driveway, bitch. They'll catch you at the corner store and beat you to a pulp. All 85 pounds of you.
And Silva with no fucking picture, bitch. Like, I don't give a fuck. You could be a 7-foot tall guy. You ain't gonna disrespect me.
Oh, you can't disrespect this drug addict bitch. You can't disrespect her. That smells like decomp, that looks like Skeletor, and have the nerve to talk about other people. Girl, hold a mirror in front of your face, okay? Since you came on this app, since I started following you, you've lost a couple of more teeth, okay? Shut the fuck up.
Period.
She's getting ready to turn the comments off now.
It is bully, bitch. What the fuck do you think this is? 1.2K in here talking shit. They are mad. They suck. What the fuck do you think? Oh, baby girl, pull up, bitch.
Listen to her.
Pull
Badass.
Bet you don't make it up the driveway. Anybody who tries coming, bet you don't make it up my driveway. You wouldn't. Guarantee you wouldn't. I bet you wouldn't, bitch.
I bet she would, bitch. Hi, Donnaline.
I'm irrelevant, but there's 1.2K in here talking shit.
You are irrelevant. See, that's what you don't understand. There's probably 20 people that really support you. Everybody else is watching a train wreck. Look at your comments, Lisa. Pay attention, Lisa. They're calling you out on your bullshit, Lisa. That's what they're doing. They're calling you out. And this lady, Valky, whatever, she says, "I'm coming." Oh my God. She says, "I'm coming." You just invited her to pull up. You invited her to pull up. Oh my God, you invited her to pull up. Guys, I'm gonna be like Marvin Sapp and Lisa. I'm gonna need you to come out your stingy pockets, your hearts, everything. But you invited her to pull up. Marcia E., what did you say, sweetie? Marcia E. Lisa uses Signal app to. Oh, okay. Okay, I got it.
You're irrelevant. Go live. Go live. It is an invitation, Moth Mama. Come on. Come on.
Thank you. Lady
Kathy,
she
shut the
doesn't
fuck up with your
understand.
old ass bitch.
Listen to her.
Old ass bitch. Fucking kick you one time, fucking bones will break, you old fucking hoe.
You old fucking hoe. You weigh 85 pounds, bitch. Somebody kicks you one time. Girl, stop. This one lady said, "Lisa, I want to help. I only have an Apple."
The fuck out of here.
Oh
I bet
God.
I would. I bet you wouldn't.
I bet you wouldn't. You stupid, stupid, smelly. I smell you through my fucking screen, you piece of shit.
Now shut the fuck up. And guess what? If anybody's helping with dinner, because these fucking clowns.
Just like when Nicole went for it, she started running. She ran. You ran when Nicole went for you. You ran. Keep talking. People know where your fucking ass live at. You have until April what to be out? People can come and fuck you up. Keep playing, Lisa. You're going to run across the wrong one. They keep telling you that. That woman said she's coming. I don't know why. I tend to believe her.
And you know what? The clowns that are in here, fuck you. Yeah, I'm blocking. They can go kiss what's her name's fucking ass with her face, and they'll fucking see what kind of person
She's
she
talking
is.
with
And
Kim.
can go watch the paint dry over there.
As she called her
boring
best
ass
friend.
bullshit live. Yep.
She's smart. She's taller
I don't
than
need
Maddie.
lunch money. I need dinner
They
money.
weigh about
actually.
the same. Lisa weighs.
Anyways, guys, the
85
PayPal
pounds.
I had to make Lisa boo. I know there's nothing that came in on the
They're
PayPal.
all laughing
Lisa
at her.
boo 23X.
See, live was discontinued. She got banned. She was banned. Oh, good. Upload the videos because I will be uploading too. The more uploads we do, she disrespects herself. She talks trash to everybody, every single person. And she comes on like people owe her shit. When Kim was talking, hold on, I think it's right here. I just want you to hear this, and then I'm gonna get off. I'm gonna cut. I'm gonna cancel that live that I had scheduled for today because after hearing her last night, I was so pissed off. This is her talking to Kim. I had it marked where I wanted to talk at.
In the fucking obituary, you can only imagine.
All my mom did was cry, and then like I'm arguing with them because they don't want to put Jesse's name in there and stuff. And like my brother didn't want to, but me and my mom were like, you have to, like you can't. Like it would be more of a disrespect to my dad. You know what I mean? If we didn't, like it's not. That's not a time to be playing.
So who didn't want her in there? RJ?
Even though she's being a bitch
No,
or whatever.
who was it? Like, was it RJ that didn't want her in there?
Yes,
Kim
yep. And me and my mom were like, you can't.
Yeah. And thank you for doing that. I like really like. Because that would be really hurtful, you know, like, I know he's mad, and I know he's
and Kim is believing
upset,
her
you know,
father was
Right.
deceased. Oh
He
my
was real close
God.
with my parents, you
No,
know.
I know he was. I know.
But the thing is, like, you know, he's like, well, she won't help with anything. She didn't invite them to the wedding, blah, blah, blah. Like, she should not be in there as, like, a child, right? Why you put, like, son or father of, right? And I was the one who kind of was like, listen, I understand all that, but I think it would be more disrespectful to Daddy if we don't include Jesse. You know what I mean? Because this ain't the time that you play,
That's what
you
they're
know,
thinking.
what's the word? Where you, like, what's the word? Where you, like, play tit for tat with people.
Yeah.
That's not something you do that with.
At the
You know what I mean?
20-minute mark,
Like with Abigail, they put Abigail in Big Cole's obituary, even though like she wasn't his blood daughter. And I'm actually shocked because Sheila would always go around saying, Big Cole, but she's not your kid. And he'd be like, yes, she is, you know? So she knew out of respect for him that Abby needed to be included as one of the children, you know?
Yeah.
So you hear her talking about Abby and Nicole. Nicole and this is crazy.
Oh, yeah.
That's what you do. You put your feelings aside of what you think you should do, and you kind of hopefully look at what the person would want you to do. And I had to like argue in the office about that. I won, of course, but yeah, you know, and that would have hurt her too. And I honestly, even though my sister was on my nerves and my brother, I would have never want to hurt them. You know what I mean? Like I don't go for that. Look for that. You know?
No, I get it. I really do.
Dude, this is crazy. Like this is the last thing I should be doing is trying to find money and looking for who puts something on the internet.
Trying to find money. Trying to find money. And what she was so happy about is that Jess nor Ronnie came out and said anything because they figured people by now know she's lying. Yes. Her Jess took was it Nicole? I think Jess got custody of Abby. Jess got custody of Abby. When she lost Abby, Nicole went to her mom and dad when she lost custody of Nicole. And Cole and Junior and Jace went to Cole Sr.'s parents. She's lost custody of all 4 kids. And she keeps saying people were lying about the date. The date that it started for Cole Jr. to be taken from her, Cole Sr. was still alive. And they were not together. The reason Cole Sr. left is because all she did was take drugs and sleep all day. And at that time, he was trying to be clean at that time. So, anyway.
That's why I literally have told, well, now we're up to 4. This is it. I swear I haven't told nobody else. Holy fucking fuck, dude.
Yeah, you gotta be.
And I literally told her this morning, hoping, because I'm telling you, she's a lawyer. When she first started helping me 2 years ago, she used to throw $100 at a time, minimally. 70 would be her. I'm sorry, this is all I have.
Okay, you hear this?
If you're saying, I'm sorry, this is all I have, and throwing $70, you got lit. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, of course.
So I was thinking she would write that, and it would be like, you know, because it would be her normal 100, 150, it would be like 70. And she'd be like, I'm sorry, that's all I got right now. You know what I mean? Like, I wish I could do more. And I look, and I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? You can afford to send somebody on the internet $70? And I wasn't even friends with this lady. Like, you helping me, we're friends. We're almost friends right here.
Yeah, because I was around, well, I just found you around your fake birthday, so.
See? On her fake birthday, she had 2 birthdays, guys. She's been 39 since she's been on this app. People saying it's been 4 years because she started on Facebook, so she really should be 43, but she keeps saying that she's 39.
It was May 28th, because your birthday is March, April, May,
That's
June
my sister
28th.
Leslie's birthday.
Okay, so,
May 28th was your fake birthday.
And listen, I get why if anybody has doubts, you know, about what's going on here.
Yeah, but don't think I'm doubting you at all. That's why I'm still asking you throughout the day, like, how is your mental health, blah, 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 you know, because
no, I know you,
I don't
and you
fucking
didn't.
think you're lying at all. I don't really care what anybody says, you know?
No, I know you, Kimmy, and I honestly, and I could be wrong, but you did not at all actually doubt me. You came right back with the, oh my God, are you joking? Oh my God, I'm so sorry. The other reaction that I got from Tracy was.
So you hear the call. Kim is saying, oh my God, are you joking? Are you serious? Kim was actually believing her dad was deceased. You on the 27th, my sister's the 28th, and my grandson's the 29th.
What was her thing? Oh,
my other sister was May 2nd.
Did I tell you what her response was to me when I told her?
No.
It was, I might pull it up and read it because that can do a better justice, but it was something about, not to be rude, but I hope this isn't a cash grab because you lied.
Now listen to this part.
Yeah, but still, like, no, that's not something you fucking bring up. I don't know.
That's what I'm thinking.
Who cares? I don't know. It's just like.
No, I agree. I don't care if somebody's online and lies every 5 seconds. If they come to you and say something like that, you don't know. You know, I'll always say to you, I don't know if they're lying or not, though, so I don't really want to say anything. You know?
Yeah.
That's
just kind of
what it's like. Yeah, you can't just be like. I mean, wow. I didn't even doubt it for a second. I just, you know, I feel bad that you're going through this.
Kim said she didn't doubt it for a second.
I did say it the one time. Remember, like when I first got on, I did the cancer thing and my dad thing, right?
Kim said she didn't doubt it for a second. She didn't doubt her for a second.
I didn't notice.
But she couldn't believe.
I have the hiccups.
She couldn't believe.
It was sped up. She doesn't talk that fast.
That she would lie about her dad again.
Go to. They're all gonna think you're gonna spiral, basically. Like,
Hold on.
So this ain't something that.
No, I don't think it is. You don't even have to explain yourself to me at all. Like, I swear to God, in my life, you don't have to. You don't.
It's gonna be bad, but you know what? If they're not helping, right?
Oh, I feel like honestly, Lisa, they're gonna help. There's no way they're not gonna fucking help because it's a devastating fucking thing to go to. They're all gonna think you're gonna spiral, basically.
You
like,
hear this?
If it don't want to cause any more extra stress on your mom, like at all, she doesn't deserve that.
Yeah, but here's the thing: if they do come out and do that, because you said they haven't said anything, I haven't been on. But if they do, you're more than welcome to do that. If they do come out and say anything, because her saying she was.
You hear it? If they do say anything, you're more than welcome to say something. You hear this, right? She's given her permission.
Last night, she may have changed her mind.
But even right now, with Frauditor saying she called and confirmed it. Okay, with who? No. Because not Jess or Ronnie, unless they're fucking denying it.
No, because Jess or Ronnie would have came out and said, maybe not Jesse as much as Ronnie, but one of them would have came out. They wouldn't know. First of all, neither one of them can.
That's what I'm saying. So she never confirmed shit with anybody.
See?
No. We know how she lies.
Yeah.
We know. She's always saying she confirms stuff and they believe her, and she never confirms a goddamn thing, and it's disgusting.
It is disgusting.
What a liar she is.
Bro, I can't. Really honestly, when it's gonna make her look so fucking stupid. I cannot wait.
Good.
Not that I can't wait, but she's gonna look fucking dumb.
Yep.
So she's saying Frauditor didn't confirm anything, and she did.
And you know what? We said that this morning, and you hit that nail on the head, Kim. That's how smart you are. Is you said I was
you heard how smart Kim is? But you hear how she said how smart Kim is? You hear how she's buttering Kim up? Kim, you're smart.
And upset, like, dude, if Ronnie does do this and she's not just talking shit, I'm going to get so much backlash, they're not going to believe me. And then you said, but once it comes out for real, they're going to all look stupid. And you're right. You're so fucking right. I'm getting the backlash now, but when that post tomorrow morning and it starts going around, they're going to post and be like, people don't want to
Because it's on Sunday. You know.
Yep, people are going to be like, hey.
And Kim has admitted to being in active heroin addiction. Yes, she has. Yes, she has. But she doesn't come online begging for money. She doesn't come online scamming people for money to do her H. No, she does not.
I found this is in the fucking newspaper. There's no way Lisa faked this. No way. They're going to call the funeral home and start asking if there's any recordings. I bet of them calling the funeral home and being like, hi, I'm friends with, the Richards family. I was wondering when the viewing was and stuff. Just watch. We're going to see all of it. All of it.
Do you know what newspaper it's going to be posted?
Now listen.
Yeah, it's called the Tribune Review. That's our main paper here.
Are you going to post it, or are you going to wait a couple days to do a tribute? Or?
I think I'm going to make it tonight if I can.
You're going to make it tonight?
To repost it. Yeah, I'm going to repost it for sure, like a couple hours. I don't know what time it's going to, because I know they do they deliver like the actual newspaper, right? That people read, or the older people, but most people read the shit online. So I don't know what time they're going to update the website, like what time they come out and shit like that.
You hear it, right?
But yeah, I'm going to repost it and just leave it there with the tribute, not say Frauditor is a fucking liar, because I just don't want to use this.
She said she didn't do that obit, right? That's what she said. You just heard her. She did that obit. And she only did it because she was backed into a fucking corner.
As a,
now,
of course.
That's that part.
That's not okay. There's got to be a fucking limit eventually.
Well, yeah,
and this is
part one. Hold on. Part one, where she was talking. Where's part one? This is coming from Chantel. I need to go to 1808.
Like they had the same, the same scripts, right? But just different numbers.
1808. This is Kim. Right here.
You know what? I'm tired of people thinking that I helped her with this scam, because that's sick in the head. I would never fucking say anybody whose parent has passed away, I would never question it. I don't care who you are. I'm gonna send my condolences. I'm gonna fucking, being, as supportive as possible, and until I can prove that it wasn't true, whatever. I called Hughes Funeral Home in Pennsylvania. No record of Ronald Richard, okay? Because that's the first one she told me. You'll find out later up in the phone call, okay? Second, I called fucking the Stephen Bradley. I was the first person that called. The very first person. No record. No obituary came out by Monday. I'm like, no, this isn't true. And I finally fucking said something. And then I'll read you what she said.
Crystal's up there with a voice changer,
so here we go.
When
they do have it.
Exactly, or even if they can't help you that day, they're going to be able to help you maybe the next day or something.
No, you're right. But I had stopped doing
work it
so much. They really had to do something.
Okay, so you hear her eating, right? Lisa is eating, but she says she needs money for food. Lisa is eating.
Fucked up for me to go cuss them out, right?
No, yeah, I get it. Because some people just play games. But that's when you don't have...
Yeah, she has cancer.
Answering,
Well, there was this person that came from the Discord or something.
Listen.
They said that my number got posted. I don't think it was your Discord. I think it was a different one. And they kept texting me from different numbers, and they would act like they were going to help. But here's how I caught on to it. They would say they were an old lady. They would offer me say they were going to send me $50, okay? They had the same, the same scripts, right? But just different numbers. And as soon as they said the $50 and the I'm just an old lady thing, boom, I knew it was them. You know what I mean? And that's what they would do. I don't know. And then, so they deserve to get cussed out, right? But,
yeah, of course.
But see, that sucks because whenever I'm jaded like that, thinking where'd this person come from, especially because they're being nice now, I think I may have cussed out a few people that weren't really I'm not sure. Like, I'm not sure. Usually I'm right, but I'm sure I haven't been 1 or 2 times, you know?
Yeah. So, I
He's
know
a piece
this
of
is like
shit,
a lot to
Lady
ask, and I
Red.
feel so bad.
And
But
there's
like, do you
one where
have
she's talking
arrangements
about
set
the
already,
Christine
or
lady,
like was that
and
prearranged?
I
You're
don't know
not
what
a
that timestamp is,
GFW. So like,
but I listened to this
isn't that
shit and I
expensive?
was pissed.
Girl, I have no idea what we're going to do about that. I have no fucking idea. But, I don't know. I don't know.
And then, like, I know you got so much going on right now, but, like, what are you gonna do about living? Like...
That's another thing. I don't know. So I said that in the live yesterday, and I said, oh my God, like, on top, because I didn't tell them what was going on. And I'm like, oh my
You
God.
hear it, right? She insinuated, well, she's saying she didn't tell him what was going on, but she brought it up. She also brought up the fact about the eviction. Lisa is a liar.
Another thing on top of that, I have no idea. And now I have to worry about my mom too on top of it, because somebody has to fucking take care of her.
Yeah.
If it's not me, it's got to be my brother or something. I don't fucking know.
You can't take care of your damn self or your kids. How you going to take care of your mother?
It's just going to get rough, man. This is a bad time for that money to stop, because if I could go on and get money and spend it, like, well, with, like, on actual bills, I would be okay. You know what I mean? More than okay.
Yeah.
But it's to a point that I'm, like, getting, it's never been nothing.
I know.
Since I even started on there. But I used to go on and just get $8. When I first started meeting Diesel and going on there.
You heard it? When she and Diesel would go on there. You hear her. She's talking about her drug dealer.
I used to get to $8 and be happy.
Yeah.
So there was a time where it wasn't like a lot of money, but it's never been zero. Like, it's been zero multiple days now.
When do you have to be out? Like, didn't they have a place set up though?
She said she did, and then they said they didn't. I don't know. I'm gonna talk to her about that and see like what the plan is, because if she does have.
I feel so bad. I would be like sleeping with her. I'm not even gonna lie. I feel so fucking
This
bad.
is her friend that's giving her empathy
Yeah,
and sympathy.
she's a little traumatized, and then like she was acting like my dad was acting the other day, like with the mumbling and shit last night. And I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you now? You know what I mean?
So you hear how she's lying on her mother now, right? There's no low that this woman would not go to. No low that she wouldn't go to.
I'm like, what the fuck is going on? She's like, we're just old, Lisa. And I'm like, no, it's not that you're just old. I'm like, why? Because I'm like, is this like a gas leak or something? Like, why are we mumbling and incoherent? I don't understand. I was like, are you guys on drugs? Like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah.
And my mom's like, no, because she don't do drugs. But I don't know what the fuck.
Her mom doesn't do drugs.
Yeah, I just think she's in shock. You know what I mean?
Look how she's lying.
Because my brother called down there and was like, I'm hungry. You know, can we order food? Blah, blah, blah. My mom was like, yeah. And then he was like, well, let me know. I'm going to be going to sleep. And then he waited like an hour and called her back, and she just couldn't even get up to like order the food. She told him to do it, and I went down and checked on her, and like she just wasn't.
But they don't have money for food. But now her mom ordered food, but they don't have any money for food. Mom ordered food.
Of herself, it was weird.
Yeah.
But it's to be expected. I just want to make sure she's okay, because her health is shit too.
Yeah. Yeah.
And usually, they said, dude, my parents have been together for like 40 years.
Damn.
So, her parents have been together like 40 years. There's the lie right there. Lisa says she's 39. When her mother married that man, Lisa was like 3 years old. So guess what, Lisa? You're 43. Did you hear that, Lady Red? Did you hear what she said? They've been together like 40 years. She said before they got together when she was like 3 or 4 years old. That makes Lisa 43, not 39.
That's crazy. And they said do you ever hear the old couple
It does piss
the
me off.
wife died? Is it a wife or the husband? And then like 2 or 3 days later, the other one died.
No, yeah, I've heard that before.
That would be no good. I'd lose my fucking mind.
Yeah, I know. I can only imagine how you feel or what you're going through, to be honest.
I don't think people caught that. I didn't hear you talk about that, Lady Red, and I didn't hear Frauditor talk about that. She said they've been together for about 40 years. She keeps saying she's 39. No, she's 43. But that's Lisa, and but they're all. I know that Lady Red did a compilation of it all. Chantel has part 1, 2. I think part 2 is small, it's like 6 minutes, but part 1 and part 3 are the ones that you really need to listen to. And I listened to that live, and I got so pissed off when she went live last night with her lies and not taking accountability for her bullshit, but she never ever will. So Frauditor wrote the email that was forwarded to her from Lisa's email. Frauditor did that. Frauditor, and she did the obit, but she keeps talking about the obit with the puppet. That was a joke. You wrote an obit and put in the newspaper. Oh, yes, you have. Yes, you have. Yes, you have. I've heard you say that. She's lying on her age. Yes, you said on other videos. She's a piece of shit. Anybody that feels any empathy for this trash needs help. And she keeps getting new victims. She keeps getting new victims. Oh my God, they announced the Children's Task Force. They just announced it in Toledo, Ohio. They're having a news conference right now. But anyway, I'm going to go. I'm going to cancel that other live because I listened to Fraud. Well, I listened to Lady Reds. Then I listened to Frauditor. They've covered just about damn near everything I was going to cover on that. So I'm just going to cancel that altogether. And it was something else that I wanted to bring up to you guys, but I honestly forgot right now. So I'll come back later. Oh, I'll talk about that tomorrow morning with Debbie. So what? No idea. Mandy, probably Gabba. Enjoy the day. Thank you, sweetie. You guys have a great day. Enjoy your Friday. And I'll see you around in chats. Promise you I will. Bye, guys. Oh, and thank you for the super chats, too. I'm so sorry. Hold on. I got to tell you who sent super chats. Scotland did, and Jen. I remember Scotland and Jen. I thought Ariana Grande was sick. No, she's sick. Thank you, Lady Red. Ariana Grande is ill. Hold on, let me just stop this. Ariana Grande is ill. Maybe she's at her healthiest weight since she became ill, but she is ill. And I really feel bad for her. I know she was like skin and bones at one time. So I haven't seen a recent picture of her. But see y'all at Rat Trap's gonna be on tonight. Okay, I'll be in there. I'll be there. But again, thank you guys for listening. Please keep Kamani Latigue in your prayers. And I'm not going to say the grandmother. I'm going to say the aunt. Today, Kamani would have turned 14 years old. And instead, she's laying in a funeral home. Well, no, her body was supposed to be released yesterday. Yeah, she's at a funeral home. They haven't announced her viewing or her services yet. The Cash Me Outside girl is sick. Ronnie, yeah, she's sick. She's sick. Also, Gabby Petito, I don't really watch Villain that often, but I saw yesterday that her fiance's cousin and her husband were on Villain's panel. They were talking about Gabby's mental health. Some things I don't think should have been said, but that's just me. Um, Gabby has had CPS in her life for the longest. I understand her son is what, 5 or 6, and he's not potty trained. That is crazy. And she sits online. Every time I go look, Gabby's online. Gabby's online. Gabby's online. I heard them say that she does 11-hour lives a day. You can sit online for 11 hours doing nothing to train or teach your son. There's an issue, woman. There's an issue. I don't know what happened to her twin, Danny. I haven't seen any lives with Danny or anyone speaking on Danny, but something is wrong, seriously wrong with Gabby. But you guys have a great day. Linda Hogan. The reason why she has bruises on her face is because she went and got Botox and they bruised her. But this morning she put out not an apology. She put out something saying, thank you guys for all the comments, and she really appreciated it. But yeah, she doesn't look good. She was talking about her daughter, Brooke, who got married. They weren't invited to the wedding. She was talking about her daughter having kids. They had no idea about it. She hasn't spoken to her daughter, Brooke, in about 8 years. Her son, Logan, she says I think his name is Logan. She says is a good man and they have a really good relationship, but she doesn't have a relationship with her daughter. And she says that's due to Hulk Hogan. So I wish her all the peace. And if you guys didn't check out Olivia Plath, she was on IG, and she was talking about domestic violence and what she experienced. It wasn't anything physical. It was basically all mental. And we used to say how Ethan seems weird. And I put it up on I think it's a video. Just go take a look at it. But again, yes, she did Wendy's front yard. Yes, she did. And she came out and talked about it. And then so there are different phases to domestic violence, and everybody talks about it. It doesn't always have to be physical. It can be mental. I know my ex-husband, he used to what is it? I think it's called a distributor cap. You know, that's when it was that he would remove it from my car to try to keep me home. He would always, and you know, you never thought about it like that, but I never, because I would leave any damn way. I would do what the fuck I want to do. So there are different types of DV. And when you sit there and think about it, sometimes it's mental, sometimes it's physical, sometimes it's both. It can be manipulation, which is what she was experiencing with Ethan. And when she was talking about Kim, the mother, and how she put credit cards and stuff in Ethan's name, I believed her. I believed her when she said it. After Micah and his girlfriend broke up, she started coming out and talking about Kim and how she has an unhealthy relationship with her boys. So we know that Platteville is coming back for another season, and I will be covering that. Yep. Yeah, I heard that. Yeah, I heard that Botox is good for that as well. But I just listened to her, and I saw, and she said a friend of hers urged her to come forward and discuss it. So, and at one point I thought she and Ethan would probably get back together, but I remember when she went to that apartment to get her thing and to sign the divorce papers, Ethan's attitude, you can see it in his face. He's more like his father than he wants to admit. Yep, he's more like his father. But Kim is manipulative. The mom is. You guys know I never liked her when I first started covering that show. I never liked the mother. I don't like Maura at all. She has an eating disorder, and yeah, and her singing just drives me nuts, so I can't. But anyway, I appreciate you guys, and I'm going to get out of here for real. Bye, guys. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.